Hey, Tony Schiavone. I've had a fun time playing Smash the past few months, and it's a ball. It's chaotic fun, but it's not really a fighting game. Like I said, I've been playing for months now. I main Bowser, I main Sephiroth, Piranha Plant, etc., etc., and it's definitely not a real fighting game at all. I put maybe like 20 hours into the game. I played all the modes there: spirit mode, adventure mode, summon the characters, leveled up the characters, shopping, yada yada yada. So I played a lot of Smash these past few months there, whether it be like one v one, 5 stocks, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes. I play with items, sometimes not with items. Battlefield changing, Omega. I've done quite a bit of stuff here in this game, and every now and then I go back and play Third Strike. Of course, anybody who's on my channel knows I played Third Strike for decades now, right? So I go back to play Third Strike, and it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a breath of fresh air, honestly. And I see like the way you think about your character is way different than what you think about it here. Obviously, because it's 1-on-1 versus like the chaotic stuff that's in this game. I mean, like, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff. Even though like my team that am on wins consistently, which is good because like I know what I'm doing when it comes to this game, and like the CPU kind of falls for stuff. I guess it's level 9, by the way, always level 9. But like they fall for certain things, I guess, because like with like 3-on-3 or 4v4, I I can barely understand what I can barely see what the hell's going on here. I know I'm doing mad damage because of the stats at the end of the battle, but in fighting games, you have multiple you have ways of attacking your opponent. You can like go for a low attack where the opponent has to block low, a mid attack which they have to block while standing. You have to jump to make sure you don't get grabbed when you're up close there. That's fighting games knowledge 101 right there. That's for Mortal Kombat. That's for Tekken. That's everything. You block low, you block high for a mid, and then you have to evade or whatever for a jump or tech. You jump for a throw attempt there or take the throw. That's the usual way it goes in fighting games. Um, that goes for Persona. That goes for Eunice. That goes for Soul Calibur. That goes for Skullgirls. You block a low attack. You block an overhead attack. You go for a throw, and you try to evade out of the throw. That's the basis for fighting games since Street Fighter One back in the 80s. That's the basis for everything. Street Fighter Alpha. I can keep going on and on. That's the basis for everything. If you don't have those components, you're not really a fighting game. And if you play a game like this, it has fighting game elements, but I can't really say that it's an actual fighting game. You attack your opponent, correct. You throw your opponent, correct. But whether it's a low or high attack doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the end whether or not you KO your opponents by reducing their health down to zero or knocking them out of the ring. That part's fine. But because there's no low attacks and it can just block anything at once, it becomes kind of a Kuso game, if you will, in Japanese terms, where like you just you just do stuff and hope it hits, or pick a character that has tricky movements to try to get in on your character easier. Some characters have stagger elements, in which they can like hit you into oblivion, like Bayonetta did in Smash 4, or Kazuya does now, hit you with one attack there, staggers you for like 80% of your health. So like it has elements of fighting game stuff, but it's not really a fighting game. It's a party game. You do cool stuff there, but like I can understand why the FGC doesn't classify this as a fighting game now after playing so many hours of playing it. It's a fun game. It's the same kind of game as Power Stone. Power Stone is a game made by Capcom in which it's an arena battle fighter similar to this. You don't really knock out your opponents in that game. I think the only way you can win, like knock out anybody, is by using up like finding the power stones in the middle of battle, powering up, and then your power up character can KO an opponent. So it's a fun little fighter, I guess. But it's okay. Games like Smash, games like Power Stone, they can exist in this video game world for sure. I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. Definitely not. It's a fun game. People love it there. It sells really well. It definitely should exist. That kind of stuff. But a traditional fighting game, it is not. Now, the big question that someone asked me: does Smash deserve to be an Evo? It can be an Evo because there's fighting game elements in it, and that's all it needs to do. It's a popular game. It has fighting game elements in there. That's all it really needs. It doesn't need to be the exact same thing as every other fighter. The way the characters move in this game with their floaty abilities, it's kind of like all over the place, but it's fine. It's not like horrible. It's just not traditional. Usually in fighting games, your jump trajectory is fixed, but in this game it's not, which is fine. I actually prefer it this way. We control your jump a little bit more, so the opponent's not automatically, doing the scrub Yukin on your ass or whatever it is in this game. Um, but it has a good time with itself. It's an overall good time. I watched a lot of like 1v1s. I was watching Little Mac versus Kazuya. I was watching Kazuya versus I think Link. A lot of one v ones. I don't want to go into every single one. Mainly characters that I like to play against or use. Sephiroth versus Cloud or Link or whatever. I watch a lot of like 1v1s, that kind of stuff there. So I'm into I'm into the game for sure. But calling it a traditional fighting game, it is not. Is it a fighting game in some way? Sure, it is. Yeah, it's a fighting game in some way. So like yeah, so it does it deserve to be a tournament? It absolutely does because there's fighting game elements in there. For example, like Grand Theft Auto, it has action elements in it, but it's not an action game. Metroid has action elements in it, but it's not really an action game. An action game, 100% through and through, is like a Contra or a Gunstar Heroes or a Mega Man, pure action game. So this it's Smash Brothers is its own type because it doesn't really have anything else to go by. So like Smash is a formula. Smash is what it is by itself. Other games try to copy Smash, and that makes Smash a historic property unto itself. Like PlayStation Battle Royale, like the new Nickelodeon All Stars. It's all Smash. It's a Smash wannabe. Hope Nintendo sues them for that one because that's not right. So it has fighting game elements. You attack your opponents. You can throw your opponent because they're blocking too much. Your opponent can block. If they block too much, they get guard broken. Like you shoot for the alpha, things like that. And so like yeah, it is its own thing there. And when you guard break your shoot for the alpha, and like you guard break your guard gets broken, your opponent gets like a free hit, like for like a second or two, like 1 second or two. You something like a big flash. The opponent's arms go up in the air. You go for a free combo as soon as that happens. What happens if it's a fireball and you're far away from the screen? Your ass out of luck. That's how it went. In this game, you're dead. Your shield gets broken. You get stunned. You're dead. You're like not in the beginning of the battle or whatever, but like near the end, like near the end or mid. If Sephiroth catches you and your guard's broken, omae mo shinderu. Nani? And you're done. That's it. You're done. You're done. Like just a Giga Flare and a F Smash, and you're done. I'm not sure how long that was there. I don't know if that was there the entire time. I don't know if that counts as being on the screen. But yeah, it's a fun game to play. So it deserves to be a tournament because it has fighting game elements in it, but it's not a traditional fighter. So like Power Stone had fighting game elements in it, but it's not a traditional fighter. So because it has those things in there, sure it could be tournaments, and there shouldn't be an argument about that. But as long as you have fun kicking somebody's ass in a fighting game type thing, that's no problem. So people shouldn't be bitching about like whether it's a fighting game or not there. There's fighting game elements in there, and you kick somebody's ass. Don't compare this to like Halo or whatever. You kick somebody's ass in Halo, but you're shooting them and blowing them up there with bombs and things like that there. You can kick in that game or whatever. You step somebody, but it's not a fighting game. We all know that. Halo's not a fighting game. And Halo should not be at a fighting game tournament because the primary element of Halo is shooting somebody, projectile battling. This is like close up kind of stuff there. You attack your opponent close up there, and you go around, jump around, you do that kind of stuff there. So in a fighting game way, this is definitely a fighter that can beat a fighting game tournament for sure. All right, that's it for now. Talk off.